How you doing? How you doing? I'm fine. And you? Welcome back to the Herolds with your hosts Mo and Caleb. Let's Talk is a safe space where we discuss topics that are real, relevant, and maybe a little crazy and controversial too. Join us as we dig into life from our perspective. So, let's talk.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing? I'm fine, and you? Welcome to another episode on Let's Talk with the Herolds, Mo and Caleb. If you are new, please subscribe. Hit the red box right at the bottom. Please subscribe and hit that bell to be personally notified, because I promise you, you're gonna want to come back for more. I promise you, and you will not be disappointed. So I know it's been a while, but we're back. Today's episode is titled Redefining Luxury. How proper doesn't that title sound?
I wonder who came up with the title. That person must have been very,
Come on,
very smart.
very luxurious.
Very intelligent. It's giving intelligence.
And that's on period, honey.
Anyway,
Let's explain a bit, like, what does that mean? When we say that?
redefining.
I think let me just give this as like an intro, or one line intro. It is what we thought luxury to be versus what we know luxury to be now, or what we believe luxury to be now. And this disclaimer, this is our personal perspective. I think everyone has their own idea about what luxury would mean to them. But this would be our perspective of it and how the term luxury changed for us.
I think that's also why the important thing, I think being social media influencers and people that do YouTube and that kind of things, you need to cover yourself such a lot.
Yeah.
And I like that you did that. And if anybody is here for the first time or even watching it again, just listen to the intro.
Yes.
Like we put it in there that this is life from our perspective.
Period.
Because we're not here out saying that, look here, everybody must buy this.
Yeah.
Everybody must buy this because this is the way. No, I bought it because I like it.
Yeah.
So we're speaking from our personal experience.
Exactly. Let's just put that full disclaimer in there. I think we should add that clip or that audio over each of our videos, just so that no one gets offended by anything that is being said.
Or like, who do they think they are to tell us or whatever the case is?
Guys,
It's like,
you know, please.
like, start your own channel.
I also think...
Start your own channel!
Tell us what you think. I also think, like, we are very open people. You can let us know in the comments below, like, your perspective. I think that people need to stop with the fighting spirit vibe. Like, it's okay if I believe, like, that I believe that we should have all worn black pink today. But you thought, no, it's fine, let everybody wear black. It's okay for us to have two different opinions, you get me? But I think let's not get off track with what the topic is.
Redefining luxury.
Yes.
I think when we redefine luxury, we can't move forward without knowing where we come from. You know?
Oh, sorry.
What in the world?
Wrong purpose, let me try to keep that one.
Yeah,
Repeat.
it's you can't define or redefine luxury if you don't know what your previous definition of luxury was.
Yes,
you know.
makes complete
So
sense.
if I think of my personal experience, listeners and viewers, we grew up I won't say very poor, but we were not afforded the best opportunities. We never wore a name brand clothing, not at all. We never had wigs to buy. Money where, money who. It was every single cent went for food.
Yeah.
And that was about it. You know, we never drove the best cars. We never had things on.
Served on a golden platter.
Very true. And our parents, I believe, worked incredibly hard to provide us the life that we currently have with this redefinition, or even this transition phase that we were from living in our Wendy house to where we are at right
100%.
now. So just for y'all also out there, if you are here for the first time, y'all probably think, oh my gosh, like we just living it, and we are.
Or
we
even
don't-
those that only come on from like a year ago,
Literally.
or found us, you know, in the past 2 years. They're probably thinking like, yo, where these people from? Some comes back apart. from the
Exactly.
situation.
Yes, but Lord, we will not hold anything back from you.
We open up our hearts to receive
Bless me, Lord.
all these blessings, Lord, overflow in us.
But yeah, so I think if I need to, I just wanted to give like a little background of where we come from. We come from hard work. Even us having these mics and a MacBook Pro and iPhones and all these things, we started with nothing.
Yeah, we literally did. And I think I think I wrote an essay on it. You know, when you are in like matric or whatever, when you have to write an essay, you just come up, you're writing anything, and you know. So I wrote about it and I did research on it. Like I actually sat and I thought about our life back then, and I counted and I really just like checked everything. And we lived in a house of 14 people. We lived by my mom in Lentegee and Mitchells Plain, and there was about 13 people living in the house. Because, you know, we were that type of family, we also took everybody in.
Literally.
And we all stayed in one room, myself, Caleb, my mom, my dad, even my cousin slept also with us in the room. So we all stayed in one room. It was a 3-bedroom house, but we had that one room at least. And it started first there, and then we moved to a Wendy house with our family, which was myself, Caleb, my mom, and my dad. We moved to Wildwood, Colorado, which was plain. And we stayed there for a few years. I think we moved there when we were like 11. And we stayed there for almost 10 years, maybe more.
Even more, yeah.
You know, I think it was more, yeah.
A long
10 years, a long time. And then that is kind of life that we can remember, living in the Wendy. And one thing I can say, as much as we didn't have the name brand and the best of the best necessarily, we had, I honestly feel like we had everything we needed.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We never lacked anything that we needed, like necessities and things like that. And I think that our parents really raised us to understand luxury, to understand luxury not to be materialistic things, and not to get your happiness from materialistic things, and that even with just having bread and water, like you can be the happiest person on earth, you know, and not drawing your your level of happiness from what you have and what you own and things like that. So I think that that's always been instilled in us. And I do feel people misunderstand us and misread us a lot, because a lot of people feel like we are that way, because when they look at us, they think that that is what we bring or offer, or what we're showing on ourselves. And I don't think that is true. I personally don't think that, but obviously I can't fight the multitude at this point, you know. Everybody's thinking and feeling that way, but I don't feel like we are materialistic people. I feel like we look at everybody the same. We don't look at the one that's driving the Taz a certain way, and we don't look at the one that's driving the Mercedes in a better light. You know, I feel like we were raised to just look at people from the heart, and look at their hearts, and see them from that perspective. So I think that's just on like what our like growing up looked like, and how that also had a lot of impact on how we see luxury.
And I think even just with your concluding on that is that I think coming from a disadvantaged background, and a lot of our viewers as well, your main thing is to like work as hard as you can so that you can get out of, you know, the situation that you're in, so that you can live in a better area, so you can buy a better house, so you can buy a better car, so you can send the children to a better school in a better area, whatever the case is. So automatically we mentally, I think we are very, I don't want to say, not obsessive about materialistic things, but that's the goal.
Driven, I think.
But also for a lot of people, it's the goal. Not not to obsess about it, but to get out of the
Yeah.
impoverished situation that we are in.
100%.
You know, something that we are conditioned automatically to think that we need to work hard so that we can get money, so that we can get out, so we can buy the house, so we can buy the car, so we can do that.
Yeah.
And I think society's pressure on what car you're buying, or what car do you have now, or where you're staying now,
Yeah.
is also such a lot of pressure that that is put on people to think and operate materialistically in like focusing on for example, when we wanted to buy a car,
Yeah.
we were like we can't buy any other car if it's not a BMW or Mercedes or better,
Yeah.
or else
A
people are
Range
going to speak,
Rover or something.
or
Yeah.
people are just going to be like, oh,
What's happening?
dan gaan nie so lekker
Yeah,
daar by die huisie, or
yeah.
like something is like the weirdest things, you know, that then puts pressure on us in our decision making.
Yeah.
And then when you then do buy the thing that you think is gonna make them happy, or like, oh no, like Monique's driving a Mercedes, you know, like I expect that.
No.
It's not even like, oh, you know, it's crap for her, you know, but she worked very hard
No.
for that thingy. Then it's like when you still did make a decision to see to their hearts and to their minds and to even like
Yeah.
please them. Yeah, you're pleasing yourself by driving, you know, a nice car.
Yeah.
But then it literally just backfires on you
Yeah.
sometimes.
I think that trying to please people, you always it'll always backfire on you. It always, because let me tell you, if people have made up their mind that they want to be displeased with you, they can look here. You can do whatever. You can be jumping and doing bulamakis on a treadmill with a pot on your head. They're gonna be displeased with you.
Yeah.
I think I heard this. Where I don't know where I heard it, but I know it had to do with church and people coming to church. And the person said, whatever you come to find, you will find. Whatever you're looking for, you will find. So if you coming here to look for flaws or cracks or whatever, you will find that in whatever perspective you choose to see a situation. You know what I mean? Like my thing is, sometimes people can look at something from a certain perspective and you see a completely wrong thing. I don't know if you've seen that picture of like the lion.
Eating
You
the
get me?
thing.
That's why
Yeah.
I say you will find it. Even if realistically and even if it's not really there, if you choose to see things from your own perspective, even if that is from your own
Just the
imagination.
conscious creates it.
Even exactly. So if you wanna come here and think like, oh no, Mo is a
Diva.
yes, you're going to get that, you know, because anything that I do, like me now
You
telling a waiter like, oh no, sorry man, I didn't order this, or there's like, you see in your mind, you're telling yourself, you see, I always knew that she was like that. You're gonna find what you're looking for. So I would say look for positive. Or you know what? Don't look for nothing in people. Because for me, I think there's too many people that's too consumed in what other people are doing. You get me? That is why they still find themselves still in their parents' house, still
Yeah, when
in
you
the
do
same
that,
place, not going anywhere. They are driven, but driven in the wrong ways. They're driven to your business. And not, you know what I mean?
And I think people become mean mainly because of self-comparison.
Yeah.
When they compare themselves to you and what you're wearing and the life that you're living, and then all of a sudden you get nasty towards a person. And I think that
Yes.
redefining luxury, I think a lot of people get mixed up, or they get lost in the finish line, you know, constantly looking at the finish line, and then when you get to where you want to be, I know a lot of the time, it's not the sunshine and the rainbows that you thought it was. It's the grass is really not greener on the other side.
Yes.
And then I think after like years and years of pushing, when you look back, and then it's like I lost happiness that I could have chosen, you know, a happier life that I could have chose, but because I decided to focus on the end goal and not enjoy and appreciate and be content in the process of it.
Yes. And
You lose your life at the end of the day.
100%, and the joy your life will always like lack that part. And I think I mentioned it to you and a few other people when I said that this generation, our generation, we are so focused on where we are headed. We don't focus on what we're doing right now.
That's
We
true.
don't focus on the present. We're
That's
always
true.
focused on our destination, where we're going.
Yeah.
We're always going somewhere.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that, you know. We are trying to work as hard as we possibly can to live the life that we always dreamt of. But like I was saying to you, Caleb, I was saying that we don't see the fact that we are now at step 5 because in our heads we just want to get to step 10.
Very true.
But we don't even see, I was at step nothing. I had to go to step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and now I'm at step 5. You don't even take that opportunity to really like take in the fact that you've done certain things, certain goals was put out and you have achieved those things already. But all you are worried about is,
The end
oh
goal.
no, these goals, yeah, I achieved them, yeah, okay, cool, but I achieved them because I want to be there. Do you know what I mean? It's almost like, make example now, us, if I must use us as an example. We lived in Mitchell's Plain. I'm just making myself as an example. I would love to have a place in Camps Bay. Do you know what I mean? Camps Bay or Clifton. But now, I'm out of Mitchell's Plain and I'm now here in Somerset West. But I don't see this as anything. I'm discouraged because I can see very Camps Bay apartment. You get what I'm saying? So it's about that. It's about just being joyful in the moment. And I do feel like why people struggle with that is because they attach their happiness to things. That's what they do. And I definitely feel like luxury should never be things. Luxury should
Just
be
be like an add-on.
exactly, and the things should be an add-on. But people should. That's what I feel. If I must now say in a short or in a summary, if I should say what like redefining luxury is, it's about not seeing things as luxurious and seeing a feeling, that happiness, your family. That is what you call luxury. Having your family still around you is what you call luxury. Having your grandparents still around is what you call luxury. Having peace of mind is what you call luxury. For me, if I should say for me personally, like that for me is definitely a thing. And I definitely still have goals. I'm still definitely driven and I still want nice things. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with wanting nice things. And I do feel a lot of people make you feel like it's wrong to want nice things.
Right.
But look, if you're working hard for your stuff and you're getting what you need and you want, it's okay. But for me, that doesn't define luxury for me.
Yeah.
Because you can have all those things and be alone. You
Yeah.
can have all those things and not feel satisfied.
Definitely.
You know, then is that luxury? You get what I mean?
And like money can't buy happiness.
No.
Money can't buy healing. Money can't buy emotional stability.
Money can't buy
buy
peace.
peace.
No?
And that for me is redefining what luxury is.
Yeah.
Contentment and peace is not something that happens like this.
100%.
You have to grow into it,
Yo.
and then eventually get there. And then the devil always comes around the corner and just wants to knock on your door to discourage you again.
Lord, you be.
And then to pull yourself back again is such an admiring thing.
Yeah.
To constantly pull yourself out and to remind yourself. And look, I always say, validate your feelings, feel what you're feeling in the moment. If you're sad, if you're angry, if you're disappointed, if you feel like somebody stabbed you in the back or whatever, 100% feel what you're feeling, but don't stay there. I think a lot of people stay there.
Yes, and you don't give that position power.
Right.
You hear me?
Right. And you know what is also funny, because of Instagram and the Reels and all these things, you get a lot of like clips of other famous people that does podcasts and those kind of things, and a lot of the times they always say like that like the grass is not always greener on the other side, and they're always warning us that enjoy the time that you have, enjoy the time that you have now. Don't look for the Maserati, don't look for the big house, don't look for enjoy the time that you have now. And I feel like and it's not just one person, it's literally almost all of them that warn us in there, like they literally warn us in there. in their podcast saying slow down, relax, being healthy, being alive, having your family, like you said.
Yeah.
That find contentment in that and not contentment in the car and not in the, like we also had made mention. So I think we're all just emphasizing on the what redefining luxury for us right now is.
I think that every person needs to strive for peace in their own lives
Facts.
without thinking of other people's feelings.
Facts.
Because at this point, if you pursuing peace is going to hurt someone else's feelings, then they're not your friend. Do you get what I'm saying? If you pursuing peace is gonna hurt someone's feelings, then that person's not your friend.
Facts.
Because that person
Facts.
should also want you to have peace, and vice versa. Like if the relationship is feeding no one, then what is the point? Because at this time and at this age, if we still believe in the whole thing of no, I can change him and I can change her. You know what? We're going on 30 at this point, guys. You've known that person for like 20 years now. So 1 + 1 = 2 at this point, guys. So I think that y'all need to make a trial balance, like balance, because at this point, like it's not balancing it. You know what I mean? And I think that with all of that, and even the term luxury and all these things, like we need to be realistic about the certain things that we choose to like put our minds on. Because let me say, like when you brought up the thing of comparison, I was like, yo, like that is such a that literally is an episode on its own, like me just thinking of all the things. Because even for myself, like I put out a post now recently, just putting out a long thing, just saying like where I've been, and I haven't been in a good place, and I definitely feel like it's relatable, and I had a feeling like I'm not the only person going through this or feeling this way. And it also has to do with comparing yourself to others. One thing that I always do is watch vlogs, and these girls, and they're just doing the most, and they just the eat girls and the clean girls and the all those things, and watching those things all the time can be toxic for yourself. You know what I mean? Because you see, you're not that, man. You know what I mean? And it's not that you are not that, it's just that you're not that yet.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And
that can be so
it
discouraging.
can be detrimental to your mental and whatever. And like myself and Isabella, we love watching Alea's face, and we were watching it now the other day, and as we were watching it, I just felt like anxiety, like just because I've been watching it for years, and obviously like there's certain things that I've seen over that I've implemented. Like my example, getting my lashes done, doing my hair every week at the salon, doing this, doing that. I've implemented those things, but now that I watch it, now that I haven't watched it in a while, I looked at it and immediately it's almost like that thing came to me.
Pressure.
Why are you still so far behind this person? You've been watching her for so long. You should have been on a certain, like at least a bit closer to her, but you are still, like that is the type of voices that come into your head, man.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel the thing of comparison is so hectic, and it definitely comes with the thing of luxury. Like if you're watching like Kim Kardashians and you feel like you must be like them now, you're going to lose it. Definitely, you know, definitely. Even if it's you watching, even like me being a singer, if I'm watching another singer and I'm like, oh my gosh, they're doing so well, but I should do that, I should be that. Number one, you're going to be miserable, and number two is, if you spend so much time in that, you're not going to get there, because you're going to waste your time.
Because your energy is focused
All
on
time, hoping to be there, hoping to be there. You're never going to be there because you're not putting in, you're not taking those work and that energy into doing something. You're putting it into worrying about why you're not there. You get me?
No, absolutely.
That's my 2 cents.
So redefining luxury is peace to me above everything. If I feel,
Sure.
and look, I'm a very spiritual person. If I look at you and I can suss you out, I can discern you from Table Mountain to New York.
Yes.
I can suss you out. Oh, my discernment, me and the Lord. So
yeah, honestly.
if I see your energy is off, if I just the first hey, and I'm like even the slightest thing like peace, thank you, I choose peace, I choose peace,
and not even
I choose peace.
not even in a fighting way.
No, in a
subtle.
very beautiful, happy way, because I think that I think if everybody isn't for everybody, and I feel like if you can get that, if you're not feeding me, and I provide that space. I feel like the other entity should be respectful enough to say, okay, cool, I don't bring this person
Yeah.
peace. And in that, it's probably not going to bring me peace as well. So
Yeah.
let me happily move on. So redefining luxury, peace, happiness, joy, even in the process.
Yeah.
And not being obsessive of the end goal that when you get there, then you actually see the years that you've wasted because you were obsessing over getting there too quickly.
Yeah.
What is it? What's it also? Seek the kingdom of God.
Yeah, I know. I was also gonna quote that one. Seek first the kingdom of God, and all else will be added.
There we go.
And for me to conclude my redefining, luxury would also be that. I think that is literally should be like the headline is luxury to us now is peace, and also who else to give you peace than God? And I feel our previous episode was about balance and balancing life, and I think this is a beautiful episode to come after that, because it also speaks, that previous one said exactly the same thing, making Jesus the center, pursuing God, and everything else will be added. And I do feel when you pursue God first, number one, then like his scripture says, all else will be added to thee. And I feel like God gives you understanding in situations that's really confusing and where you really feel lost, or when your anxiety feels a lot. God has helped me personally in those situations. But if I'm too far from him and I get lost in what I'm doing or whatever, and I feel like peace is a bit of a distance from me right now. I mean, if I'm that close to the Father, then I can, quickly just, oh God, this is where I'm at, this, that, whatever. Like we say, materialistic things without Jesus is just empty. It's just empty. And chances are you won't even get that without him. You get what I'm saying? The life that you want to live, you know what I mean? It's just better with him at the center of it all, and he will give you that joy, peace, that happiness, everything that you need is in him. And having Jesus is what I would say is luxury. Because luxury is making it. Luxury is him saying, well done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Luxury is making it into the gates of heaven. At this point, this generation don't know nothing of that. You know what I mean? That is the last thing on our minds, because everybody's out, everybody's doing their thing. But I definitely feel we need to be driven in that aspect, and then natural luxury will then just be drawn to us. So that's our 2 cents, our bit on redefining luxury. Please let us know in the comments below what you think luxury is, or what luxury is to you. You can also let us know what you thought luxury was and what you think luxury is now. Yeah, that's everything, right? Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed and you're at this point of the video, please do so right now. It is that red box at the bottom there. If it's still red, then you haven't done what needed to be done. It needs to be grey, babes. And also click that bell so that you are personally notified when our videos are uploaded. So yeah, that's it from us, Mo and Caleb, and please join us next time for a great episode on Let's Talk with the Herolds. Bye.
Bless you. Bless you.
I thought this was the Mo channel. I thought this was the Mo channel.
No, wrong gig.
Sorry, guys.
Wrong gig.
Okay. Bless you. Bye bye.